today in his press conference, Coach Steve McLaren indicated that he did not know his best 11. He also mentioned that it was a good problem to have because he can be confident enough to substitute a player who's not having the best of game and knowing that his replacement will go out there and is basically up to the same quality. He also made mention to the quality of the pitch as we saw in the British Virgin Islands, and basically commended the Jamaican players, indicating that on pitches like those, which in the United Kingdom they call them the levelers, the Jamaican players can cope a little bit better than the English-based players because those pitches are similar to what the Jamaican players are accustomed to. The foreign-based players or the English-based players, in contrast, they are more accustomed to carpet or turf-like pitches. So I think that from that information you can make of it what you will, but considering the coach stating that he doesn't know his best 11, here we're going to share what our predicted starting 11 is, and we're also going to state who we expect to play some part in the game that Jamaica will be playing against the Guatemalan team tomorrow evening at the National Stadium. Now, before I go any further, remember, keep those comments coming in. We appreciate all the love and the support that you continue to give us here at Halftime TV. So in goal, we're going to start with Andre Blake. I think he's Jamaica's best goalkeeper, and he's an automatic shoo-in for that goalkeeper position. I think Shaquan Davis, he went to the Unity Cup, he played an okay game, but as far as dethroning the captain Andre Blake goes, I don't think that was a strong enough statement from him. And for anyone who's watching the Jamaican national team, I think that's one of the easier positions to fill, the goalkeeper position. So Philadelphia Union and Jamaican main man Andre Blake starts in goal automatically. Right back, I think we can go with Dexter Lembikisa. He's been good for Jamaica since his debut for Jamaica. He's always given nothing less than 7 out of 10 in my opinion. So I think he starts automatically at right back. Left back, I'm gonna go with Greg Lay. I think he started the last game, and again at one point he was even captaining the team. So that's good to see. I think those two, left back and right back, Greg Lay and Dexter Lembikisa, they start again together. In the middle of defense, I'm gonna go with Damian Lowe and Mason Holgate. And the reason I'm going with Damian Lowe and Mason Holgate is because I'm not sure if Richard King will be fit. If Richard King is fit, I think Richard King starts there with Mason Holgate. Although Mason Holgate has had some questionable games, I still think he gets in, primarily because King is more comfortable on the right side. So I'm gonna go with Dexter Lembikisa, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, and Mason Holgate. Those are the four that I'm gonna go with in defense. In midfield, I think this is one of the trickier places because the last game the coach decided that Demarai Gray was going to play a little bit deeper, and in this game I think Demarai Gray should probably retain his spot in the midfield, but I think he should play in a number 10 role this time around. I also think Casey Palmer should come into that midfield, and considering Richard King won't be starting and Damian Lowe will be going back into defense, then I think there's a spot available in the midfield, and that's where Casey Palmer should come in my opinion. So John Russell, Casey Palmer, and Demarai Gray midfield trio in my opinion, right? You can get Ravel Morrison in there instead of Casey Palmer depending on who you want to go with, but I don't think Ravel Morrison has 90 minutes in his legs. That's my opinion for the national team. So I think Casey Palmer starts, Ravel Morrison a second half substitution if he makes the match card, because there have been some arguments about him not making the match card, but we'll see. In the attacking third, I think we start with Ronaldo Cephas. I think Kahim Dixon sits out, and I think Leon Bailey starts on the right. So Warner Brown in the middle, Leon Bailey on the right, and on the left hand side I'm going to go with Ronaldo Cephas. And folks may be asking, why am I going to go with Cephas in this game again? Because the last game he wasn't great. I think the games that we saw in the Unity Cup were enough to determine that on a good surface, well, the National Stadium I think is a good enough surface. I think Ronaldo Cephas will give us a good game. I also think Ronaldo Cephas and the energy that he has on that left hand side Greg Lee is going to need that support because Demari Gray doesn't have that much energy helping out in defense. So because of that, I think Ronaldo Cephas will be an asset, especially considering Oscar Santos on the right flank for the Guatemalan team. So Ronaldo Cephas, I think he can help out both in midfield and in defense. So that's why I'm going to start with him, because of that energy that he has going both ways. All right. So in the middle, I'm going to go with Warner Brown. I think he's scored. He continues to score when he's given the opportunity for the Jamaican national team. And as a result, I think he retains his place in the starting 11 as our striker. Again, Leon Bailey on the right, Warner Brown in the middle. On the left, Ronaldo Cephas, Demari Gray in that number 10 position. Behind Demari Gray, we're going to go with Casey Palmer and John Russell. And the defenders, I'm going to go with Dexter Lembikisa, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, and Mason Holgate. And in goal, obviously, Andre Blake. But that's our view. I also expect Kahin Dixon to play some part in the game. Romario Williams, he looked bright when he came on against the British Virgin Islands. I also expect him to come on and to play some part during the 90 minutes. But again, those are my opinions. Let's hear what you have to say. What's your predicted 11 for Jamaica's game against Guatemala? Please drop it below. Do you think Ravel Morrison should start? Do you think Ravel Morrison will be in the matchday squad? Do you think Casey Palmer should come into that midfield? Let's hear all those answers down below. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to Halftime TV as yet, go ahead and subscribe right now. All right? Peace out, big up on yourself, and have a fantastic week. And remember, go out and support the Reggae Boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.